Coach. Today, I'm going to talk about fixed assets. We usually don't hear that term a lot, fixed assets. As an accounting professional working with small businesses, I see many small businesses that do not record their fixed assets, so they end up missing the tax benefit. And you may ask yourself, well, I don't even have assets. Actually, most businesses do. Those vehicles, property, computer, those are assets. And most small businesses don't realize just the value that they have. I've seen where some of them have over 20,000 and they don't even realize it. So today I want to discuss what are fixed assets and how to track them. So what are fixed assets? So as I've stated in previous videos, an asset is what a business owns. So an asset is always on the balance sheet. So the balance sheet is a financial statement. So a fixed asset is a long-term asset. It is a equipment, it's computer, it's vehicle, it's property. So for instance, I was talking to an owner of a salon. So she does yoga classes, massages, those type of things. So the tables, the machines, those are her fixed assets. So if you're a restaurant owner, the the microwave, the stove, the refrigerator, utensils, those are fixed assets. And another term you may hear regarding fixed assets is what is the useful life? So, useful life is basically how long do you think you can keep this asset? And there's some standard, pro- I should say, standard procedures we usually follow. A lot of depending on the business, we don't capitalize computers, so you won't see that as a fixed asset. It just depends on the business. Now, regarding vehicles, you may say, well, this vehicle useful life is 10 years. It can be less than that. It's up to the business owner. Talk to your tax professional. But once again, you'll hear that term useful life. So once again, fixed assets is equipment, vehicles, can even be software. So, how do you track? How do you track fixed assets? So, as a small business, I say keep it simple. There's apps out there that you can track your fixed assets. To keep it simple, use an Excel spreadsheet. What you're going to do, you're going to list the date of purchase, the vendor, the description, and the amount. So, for instance, if you do go and purchase, let's say 20 iPads, you'll just have one line and it will say 20 iPads, the total, the date, and then also the vendor. Now, if you want to list out each one, that's perfectly fine too. But keep track of your fixed assets. Also, take pictures. Take pictures of your fixed assets. That's the building, that's the equipment, everything, chairs. Take pictures and then save it on a cloud. So, for instance, I always use this example. Unfortunately, with Hurricane Katrina, a lot of businesses lost everything and there was no record. So, it's always good to have pictures, have backup just in case there's an emergency and you actually need to prove that you actually had those assets. So definitely track it in an Excel spreadsheet or some type of tracking method. Also take pictures and keep everything on a cloud. So when I say cloud, I mean like Dropbox, Google, um, let's see, Microsoft Teams, whatever not in Microsoft Teams, but OneDrive. So whatever the case may be, always have your data backup. Don't just save it on your phone or your computer, but save it on a cloud system. And lastly, make sure your accounting professional is recording depreciation. So I won't get into depreciation in this video, but make sure your accounting professional is recording depreciation. Basically, they are basically giving a value to that fixed asset. So you may not know what a depreciation is, but your accounting professional should know. So regarding fixed assets, definitely track, definitely take pictures and make sure you save so you can have a backup. So if you have never recorded your fixed assets or kept track of them, I challenge you by December 31st, do a fixed asset physical inventory. So go around your business, your home, your garage if you need to, and start recording your fixed assets. And particularly if you purchase any items this year, this also needs to be documented so you can provide that to your tax professional. So once again, fixed assets, it's similar to managing inventory. So it has to be managed, and it's just not an accounting thing you should do. It also will help you when you're applying for a loan. So lenders look to say, okay, you want to borrow $10,000. What's this? What can you put in? You got to put some skin in the game. So if you have your fixed assets recorded, they can say, okay, you know what? You want to borrow $10,000. I see you have some vehicles, you have some equipment, maybe it totals 30,000, in value. And they say, okay, you know what? We can possibly, lend you the 10,000 because if you default, at least we can sell those fixed assets and get our money back. So recording fixed assets is just not an accounting task. It also will help you in the future regarding lending, and also there's some tax benefits to recording your fixed assets. So hopefully you find this information helpful. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take care.